Hey guys, my name is Rob Lopicola, transformation specialist and sex addiction recovery coach, and I'm here today to meet with you about your sex addiction and the struggles that you're facing regarding your sex addicted lifestyle. I was sex addicted for many, many years, in fact, decades. My sex addiction started in my mid to late teens. I didn't get sober from my sex addiction until my early 40s. I was also methamphetamine addicted and alcohol addicted as well for decades, and it took a very humiliating experience when I was deeply entrenched in my addictions for me to finally surrender, wave my white flag, and start to do things totally differently. Unfortunately, I had a coach, a teacher, who was able to guide and transform my entire life. In fact, he was where I was at one time in his past. So all I had to do is what he did by taking his suggestions, and I eventually got what he has. And I'm very fortunate today that I'm nearly 12 years sober from sex addiction, methamphetamine addiction, and alcoholism. Doesn't mean I don't have my challenges, and it doesn't mean that difficulties come, and every now and then a thought will come upon me. But I've learned I'm not responsible for the first thought. I am responsible with what I do with that thought, and that's what I want for you. I want you to finally start taking deep responsibility for the thoughts that follow the first thought. But that comes in time, and that'll come with watching more and more of my videos here on my YouTube channel. And if all of this kind of resonates with you, please subscribe to my channel right now and hit the like button. I want my message, my experience, strength, and hope, and all of the strategies and techniques that I have mastered through the years to transform my life. I wanted to transform yours and as many other sex addicts as possible. So the more people who subscribe and like my channel, even comment, if you comment, I'll talk with you. So all these things help the algorithm in YouTube, so I can get out there to more and more people. So if you can help me do that, I'd really appreciate that. I'm giving my time to help you, and I'm asking you if you can help me by doing that. Okay, so all that's neither here nor there. What I want to talk with you about today is your sex addiction and the struggles you're having in your active sex addiction. Now, first and foremost, if you are acting out in sexual behaviors that are compulsive and addictive, meaning once you start, you can't stop, you're living a life in secrecy, you're lying to people, you're canceling last minute plans, you're putting your jobs, your family, your relationship, your reputation, all of that at risk because of your sexual behavior. Perhaps you're finding yourself getting involved in illegal sexual activity, crossing lines that could get you in a lot of legal trouble. If you find yourself in these areas, this is the place for you. And what I want to do for you today is I want to help you break down your sex addiction in simple terms, because I understand how sex addiction is like a massive washing machine in the head, and it's just constantly churning. And these sexual addictive behaviors just make you feel lousy, hate yourself, talk down to yourself. You feel like you're disgusting, unworthy, unlovable. You feel like you're never going to find peace and serenity in your life. So you live this way, and you get to the point where you just accept it because this is who you are, and this is the way it has always been. And I have news for you. It doesn't always have to be the way it has always been. Yes, things can change if you change. And how do you change? Changing your thinking. You have to change your neurology. You have to change your mindset. And that's why I want you to watch my videos, because I talk a lot about how to change your thinking. That's what this comes down to. If you want to free yourself from your sex addiction, change your brain. And there are techniques that you can use to do that. So today we're going to talk about 3 things that we can break down your sex addiction and really come to understand where you're at with your sex addiction. So the 3 are very simple. The first one is, what do I do? What are your sexually addictive behaviors? The second is, why do I do it? What are your payoffs for acting out in your sexually addictive behaviors? And number 3, what are my options? Yes, you have options. So when it comes to your sex addiction, I really want to break this down in very simple terms for you. So the first one again is, what do I do? What behaviors are you addicted to sexually? Because you're not addicted to sex, you're addicted to certain sexual behaviors. And I actually have a mini workshop on this where you can download a couple of forms that I created for you to help you break this down with your addictive behaviors. I'll have the link below for that video, so please check that out. But what you want to know is, what behaviors are you addicted to? Just keep it simple. So, and write a lengthy list of the behaviors that once you start, you can't stop, or you feel as though it gets you high or gives you a fix. It could be public restrooms, glory holes, sex clubs, anonymous sex, voyeurism. It could be hitting up with prostitutes, sexting, cyber sex, going to porn shops. I mean, find out what behaviors are making your life unmanageable? What behaviors are compulsive and addictive to you? Write down those behaviors so at least you understand the pattern of your sex addiction. You need to know the pattern of your sex addiction if you want to start changing and transforming your life so you can live a life where you are thriving and healthy and successful and free from your sexually addictive behaviors. The second is, why do I do it? What's the payoff? Yes, you are getting a payoff. You're getting something you think you need from acting out in your sexually addictive behaviors. What is your payoff? And I want you to write that down. What am I getting out of it? So we know that you're doing it in a way because, one, you've become physically addicted to it, mentally addicted to it with the obsession that you have had a pattern of now for so long. It's almost impossible, although not impossible, but almost impossible to break the pattern. But you're feeling as though you're loved, wanted, nurtured, cared for, desired. You feel like you believe you're getting this self-nourishment from acting out sexually, the feeling of wanting to be needed, wanted, loved, and nurtured, and cared for, and desired, and all these people want you. And so I know that's kind of in there as well, but there's other reasons as well. It's coping skills, how you deal with stress, anxiety. It sometimes can be triggered by being hungry, angry, lonely, tired. So these could be triggering feelings that are making you sort of act out because that's how you've learned to cope with those feelings. So what's the payoff? I'm feeling as though I'm being self-nurtured, although it's an illusion. It's not true. You're really tearing your life apart. You're destroying your life and you're hurting people around you that trust you. But you feel as though you're getting a payoff. Write a list of what payoffs you believe you're getting from this. What payoffs are you getting from acting out sexually? What good is it bringing your life, or at least what good do you believe it's bringing your life? What is it fulfilling inside you? What is it giving you? Write down the payoffs you believe you're getting. That's one key on the road to recovery and transformation. And the last, of course, is what are my options? You have options. You have options. I'm going to tell you all three options you have right now. And if you want the third option, stick around. I have something for you at the end of the video here. The first option is freely continue doing what you're doing. No argument, no discussion. Just go and keep doing what you're doing until you had enough. That's one option. Easy enough. The second option is continue to fight what you're doing. Well, you can do that too. Go on Google and search, how do I deal with my sex addiction? What is sex addiction? Am I sex addicted? And try to figure out ways to negotiate with your sex addiction. I'm only going to do it on weekend. You can continue fighting your sex addiction. That's option number two. You've probably been doing that for a while. So you could continue that. I know what it feels like. I've been at all three. I'm going to tell you the third in a second. I was where I just accepted it and just lived that way. Then I was where I'm gathering all this information and did nothing for me. And I fought with my sex addiction, did nothing for me. Well, the third option is you change your brain, you change how you're thinking, and you learn, practice, and master strategies that'll change your thinking, your brain, and your behaviors, and that'll change your life. That's your third option. Do you want that option? Is that the option you want? Because I can help you with that option. I have a 30-day sex addiction recovery and transformation accelerator program that you can apply for. You can go to my website. The link will be below. But I want to give you some free stuff, not just my YouTube channel here. If you didn't subscribe yet, subscribe now. I have over 80 videos that can help you in your recovery and transformation. But I offer you a free ebook. The link's below on my website. The link is below, so get it. It's 48 pages. It's in depth. 5 phases of recovery and transformation from sex addiction. And I offer you as well a free 30-minute strategy session. 10 steps in that strategy session to help you begin your road to recovery. Take advantage of my free resources for you. I am here to help you. I know what it's like. I lost everything. I suffered. I wound up homeless, bankrupt, and went to prison. I had cyber sex with a high school teen who was under 18 off Craigslist, who lied about his age initially. I put myself in a very bad situation. I was just so blinded and self-centered and destructive and crossed boundaries and hurt a lot of people and hurt myself in my sex addiction. And I'm grateful by the guidance and teaching of my my teacher, my coach, my life changed. And now I've mastered those strategies, and I'm here to help you learn them, practice them, and master them as well. So get those free resources, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for spending around 10 minutes with me today. I post a video every Tuesday for you, so subscribe, because every Tuesday you get some new information. You take care, God bless, and you have a great day now.